Hi, welcome everyone. Another day, another time in a Q&A, if I can call it like this. You ask questions, I answer, I reply back to your comments on YouTube via the YouTube Creator app. Let's get it started. Punanamus, Punananimus, Punanamus, Punanamus me. Anyway, he says, "Hi, Punanamus me. By the way, nice. Thank you for coming back and watching my response." He said, "You misunderstood my comment. Navy Fed offers rate lock. They lower your rate each time the interest rates drop while under contract." Which, by the way, that's pretty interesting. I have something to say about that. I received the closing disclosure. The rates dropped again, and I closed on Monday. Initially, Navy Fed wouldn't honor the newest rates until I told them I wasn't signing and called the Navy Fed branch office. Well, they dropped it. My rate is APR 2.625% VA loan. By the way, thank you so much for your service. Good for you. That's awesome. I wish all the veterans would get such an amazing interest rate. Unfortunately, that's not the case for everyone. But anyway, that's congratulations. That's absolutely amazing. VA loan on a $245,000 home. I'm 100% service connected veteran and exempt from MD property taxes. For MD property taxes, I see what you're saying. I call it different. Anyway, I mean, that's great. Definitely, you're getting a great deal. I mean, you deserve it. Not all the veterans get that much in benefits, if that makes sense. So that's pretty amazing. Rent was $1,200. Mortgage will be $984 plus homeowners insurance forward slash car insurance 198. So I'm assuming that you have a bundle with your car insurance company, that because you got home insurance through them, the car insurance and the home insurance is bundled up and you get a discount. I'm assuming that's what you mean. So the 198, if that's the bundle, that's freaking mind blowing. Incredible. I don't know. You tell me. So either way, it's amazing. Um, yeah, I live in a row home. Definitely over my neighborhood playing drums, fighting for a parking spot, hearing my neighbor use the bathroom. Too much information. ETC. Thanks for responding. Go Ravens! That's awesome. Good for you. And the reason I was saying that, the Navy Feds offers rate lock. A lot of banks offer rate lock. And what I mean with that is every time somebody locks a rate, it costs money to lock a rate. So I think the mortgage company I used to work for, it was around $1,200 to lock the rate. In between 400 and 1,200. So anyway, so what they tell you is, I mean, they really hope and they hope that the rates won't keep dropping. Therefore, they won't have to lock the rate again. So, if you are persistent and you talk to a manager and you talk to a mortgage loan officer, and probably the manager will tell the mortgage loan officer that you're working with, don't tell him that he's getting a good rate anyway. We'll waive some points, so we'll waive something else, because they know that they're gonna have to pay a lot of money to lock that rate. So anyway, I am so glad that you got what you're looking for. That's awesome. Yellow King says, nice, Yellow King. You're always welcome here, brother. How are you? How have you been? Michael Martin says, that makes a lot of sense. Thanks for the response, brother. And we were talking about why would you uh, go from a multifamily home into a single family home? Why would you convert it? But you, Michael, haven't answered my question. Are you a wholesaler? How long have you been doing business? What areas do you wholesale? Do you wholesale in Cleveland? All right, JLR 1111. I am sorry, but what you're asking for rent is crazy. If you can afford to rent a home for that much a month in Cleveland, you can afford to buy that home. The house is nice. Good job. Thank you so much, JLR1111. I guess what I should specify is that I'm targeting Section 8. So if you put that $2,000 for a 7 bedroom in Cleveland, yeah, probably it's gonna be very excessive if you go regular lease signing rent. I mean, that sounds kind of crazy, but my niche market in at this time is Section 8. Therefore, Section 8 will pay as much of $2,000 or even more. That's kind of crazy. If you have a 7 bedroom voucher, I mean that's kind of like the key. If you don't, of course, you would be receiving less amount of rent, and they would subsidize less and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's not these two homes that I posted. They're not necessarily for normal rent. I apologize. I know that some of you are really looking for regular average rent. That's kind of not the case. Sorry, but thank you so much for commenting. And yes, the home looks freaking amazing. All right, so there's some people here that says like Mama Kathy and Allah is my Lord. I have some people that say, do you have any 2 bedroom house for rent? Do you have a 3 bedroom house for rent? Do you have? I get people ask me all the time. Do you have a? I have a 1 bedroom house for rent. And before I answer to your questions, let me read the message that left LN Legend Nigel Williams. He says, with the Section 8, it doesn't matter how many bedrooms are on the voucher. I just move out of a 7 bedroom to full bath with a 5 bedroom voucher. So let me answer your question, LNN, and that will answer pretty much your questions as well. So when people say it doesn't matter, yes, sure, it doesn't matter for the tenant. Because you see, in that home, on one of the homes, the one in 89th, I had a lady that had a 5 bedroom voucher. Why? Because I didn't have the time, I didn't have the patience to. It was 4 years ago, and I just didn't want to go through a whole. I just want to get it done with. So I just put that tenant. Was she the best tenant? No. Did I know what I was doing then? No. Did I screen the tenants correctly? Did I check the background check, pay stubs, driver license, and all the requirements that I'm asking now? No, I was a completely different time, different period. I guess what I'm trying to say is for the tenant, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter for if you have a 1 bedroom voucher, you can still get a 7 bedroom home as long as you find a landlord that will take that voucher. You see, the less amount of numbers of vouchers that you get, the less money the government will, or the city will subsidize to the landlord. Does that make sense? And yes, for the tenant, it's not a big deal. For the landlord, is because with a higher voucher, the more money you get, the more money the subsidies are. If that makes sense. I hope that answers your question. Um, so for the people that say, "Hey, I have a 1 bedroom voucher, 2 bedroom voucher, 3 bedroom voucher," I'm sorry, I don't have a home that small at this time. I don't know if I'm gonna have a home like that anytime in the near future. I am hopefully getting a home for 4 bedrooms soon. I don't know what the condition of the home. I don't know what kind of rehab we're gonna have to do on the home. I'm gonna have access to a home most likely in the middle of December. So I hope that answers your questions. But yeah, if a landlord is watching this, I can tell you this: I would not get a tenant with less amount of bedrooms of the home that you are offering, unless you have to. And the reason why is because number one, if that's the case, I mean, then yeah, you have a bigger pool of people that you can search, do your research. And I mean, I could talk here for an hour about how I select my tenants. I know that a lot of people watching are like, well, you're very demanding. I am, especially these days, incredibly demanding. But it's because I have to. You don't put. Would you give me $60,000 for a payment of $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month, no interest for the next 5 years? That's pretty much what you're kind of doing. You're giving something very expensive for very little upfront. So you can, as a landlord, be screwed in a billion ways. Yes, you can put insurance. Yes, they can put renters insurance. Yes, you can do all these things to kind of soften the pain if the worst were to happen. Um, But the best thing that you can do is get the right tenant from the beginning, get the right voucher number from the beginning, know what you're doing from the beginning. That is the best way to solve any future pain down the road. Anyway, thank you for everybody commenting. I'm gonna try to start putting more normal commenting instead of just answering questions. But thank you again. I hope you guys have a good night and happy late Thanksgiving and future Merry Christmas. Bye.